We have a deeply transformative new moon taking place on November 19th in the sign of Scorpio. Now, this new moon will be more potent than usual because of the fact that the sun, moon, and Mercury retrograde will all be conjunct at 28 degrees Scorpio, opposing Uranus retrograde in Taurus and trining Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So this energy is deeply emotional, it's intense, and it seeks to get to the bottom of long buried issues. This means that this new moon will prompt us to uncover something within ourselves that has been hidden beneath the surface, that's been hidden in the darkness. This has to do with emotional baggage, emotional trauma we've been carrying around with us for years. It's ready to come to the surface, to be seen and to be healed. So we can let go of what's holding us back and move forward in a new direction. So we can have a new beginning by letting go of something that has been keeping us stuck, keeping us in fear, keeping us from seeing our own truth. So Scorpio always seeks the deepest meaning of anything. So because this energy is so emotionally intense, if we're not aware of how we're feeling, it can be really easy to project this outwards. And what I mean by that is that rather than looking within and getting in touch with what's trying to come up, bubble up from the very depths of our own being, we start to put it onto other people in ways where we are extra suspicious, we're mistrusting, we're accusatory, and we're trying to place blame on the people around us or outer circumstances, rather than taking responsibility for ourselves and understanding that although we feel uncomfortable and we feel vulnerable and we feel emotionally raw, we have to let whatever is coming up fully make itself known in our conscious awareness. Because this is stuff that's repressed, it's been repressed. So as it comes up, it can feel really scary and really easy to start placing blame outside of ourselves, to start trying to dig into and investigate everything outside of ourselves rather than investigating ourselves. Scorpio wants to investigate, and this energy is so supportive and receptive to really digging deep and getting in touch with our core. Now, this is going to have something to do with a cycle we've been wrapping up since 2018, when Uranus first entered the sign of Taurus. Because the sun, moon, and Mercury retrograde in Scorpio will be opposing Uranus retrograde in Taurus, we can assume that the trauma or the wound that's wanting to come up, rise up from the depths, to be seen and healed, has to do with something that we've been going through since 2018. Now, looking at this a little deeper, let's understand that Uranus always wants to revolutionize everything it touches. It wants to change it in order to prompt growth, okay? So sometimes it does this in an electrifying way. It comes in and zaps us. So we have to awaken to it, awaken to a truth. Now, Taurus is all about our value system. It can be material values, whether or not we feel materially and financially secure. But really going even more further into the Taurus archetype, we're talking about our worth and our self-worth. So whether or not we think we're enough, whether or not we view ourselves as worthy and valuable. That's key with Taurus, because when we think we're worthy, when we think we're enough, when we value ourselves, we feel secure. And Taurus wants to feel secure. So anything that makes us feel insecure will be coming up during this time, because an opposition is always going to bring about tension so that we can work through something and heal it. So in order to fully embody our truth and heal something that's been really residing within us and crippling us for a very long time, we have to let the uncomfortable emotions rise to the surface and sit with that. A new moon always marks a time when the sky is at its darkest. So that means that Mercury retrograde will be allowing us, helping us, aiding us to access a truth, to re-look at something, to re-examine something in the darkness. A truth is coming to light out of the darkness. Now, that means we have to sit with ourselves. We have to be comfortable going into our own darkness, sitting and going into the void, so we can access this information that's trying to come in. And Mercury retrograde is helping us see it, experience it, feel it, so we can mentally reorient what it means, change it. When it's no longer a fear, we alchemize and transmute it into something else that helps us reclaim our power. So this will have something to do with an issue that makes us feel powerless. Now, this can be something having to do with our finances, our relationships, our partnerships, intimacy, merging with others, a fear around that. This can also have something to do with how we view our worth, in terms of how we see ourselves and whether or not we think we're deserving of love, whether we think we're worthy. So long buried issues will be rising to the surface at the deepest level to finally be healed. And our value system is getting an upgrade. It's shifting on the deepest psychological level so we can reprioritize what's important to us. And then Neptune in Pisces will be helping us access this in an unboundaried way, because Neptune in Pisces is boundless. And it's also compassionate. So this is a time of forgiving ourselves, of having compassion for ourselves, so that we can have compassion for others and forgive others. So we're really going through this transformation. We're allowing the dam to finally burst open so that water can integrate with what's already there and change the underlying composition, change the chemistry of our makeup. So don't be scared of it. Let's let the dam burst and see what comes in, because we're going to come out of this new moon different. This is a new beginning. And it's okay to grieve the old identity we've been carrying around, because we are letting go of something. There is a death and rebirth taking place. And as we let go of what's been, because it's no longer working, and welcome in the new, understand that, it's okay to feel scared and anxious and incredibly triggered. It's never easy to go through a death and rebirth, but it's so beautiful when we come out on the other side. And that's pure potentiality. When we're reborn, it's new. Who do we want to become? Well, in order to know that, we first have to see who we've been, what no longer serves us, what no longer provides an authentic foundation for moving forward into the future, and release that, heal it, let it go, grieve it. Then we can welcome in the new. All right, I wish you all an amazing week ahead. Have patience and grace for yourself as you go through this time. Remember that conflicts with others may arise because everything is more emotionally intense and heightened. So it's a good time to be aware of this, to be patient as you work through any issue that comes up. And I know we can all do this together, come out better, more beautiful versions of ourselves. All right, take care.